Good morning, dear students. In the previous class, chapter Acids, Bases, Salts, we have discussed about the compounds which are containing hydrogen are acids or not. So we have gone through the activity to identify, to investigate that the compounds which are containing hydrogen and OH are acids or bases. So we found that alcohol and glucose, though they have hydrogen and OH in it, they are not considered as acids and bases. They are not considered as acids and bases. Okay. Now in today's class, we are going to study about the acids. About the acids, they produces ions only in aqueous solution. Do acids produces their ions, that is H plus ions, only in aqueous solution. Okay, so what is our aim for today's class? The aim is to prove that acids produces ions only in aqueous solution. So this is going to be our aim. Okay, aim. What is the aim? To prove that acids produces ions only in aqueous solution. Only in aqueous solution. Now this is our aim. That means we wanted to know whether, for example, we have HCl. This HCl possesses its acidic properties only in aqueous solution or in the absence of aqueous solution. Okay. Now, materials required. Materials required. Boiling tube, rubber cord, delivery tube, okay, rubber cord, delivery tube, blue litmus paper, and then HCl. Okay, sorry. NaCl, H2SO4, H2SO4. So these are the materials required. We require boiling tube, rubber cord, delivery tube, blue litmus paper, HCl, and sulfuric acid. Sorry, NaCl and sulfuric acid. Sodium chloride. So we require sodium chloride and H2SO4. Okay. Now precautions. Precautions. What are the precautions here? You are using a boiling tube, a glassware, so we have to handle it carefully. And then you are using sulfuric acid, which is highly acidic in nature, so we have to handle the acid carefully. Okay, so handle glassware. Handle glassware and acids. Carefully. Like you need to handle the glassware and acid carefully. Next, as you are using acids, it is important for us to have apron, gloves, and goggles. Okay, so we have to follow all the preventive measures. If at all any acid spillage happens, right, we have to protect ourselves from it. So we have to handle the glassware and acids carefully. Next comes procedure. Procedure. Now, what is the procedure here? What is going to happen? Well, we have taken the materials, we have taken the chemicals. Let us see what is going to happen here. Now, take a boiling tube. Take a boiling tube. Okay. Now, place NaCl, yes, NaCl and H2SO4, NaCl and H2SO4 in the boiling tube. Take NaCl and H2SO4 in the boiling tube. Now close it with one holed rubber cork. One holed rubber cork. And arrange a delivery tube. Arrange a delivery tube to it. Fix a delivery tube. Now what you are going to do? You are taking a boiling tube. Okay, take NaCl and H2SO4 in the boiling tube. Close it with a one hole rubber cork. One hole rubber cork. Okay, one hole rubber cork, and to that one hole rubber cork, arrange what? A delivery tube. Now take the blue litmus paper. Take the blue litmus paper. So what is happening here when you take NaCl and H2SO4 in the boiling tube? What is happening? Let us write the reaction. NaCl H2SO4. Now, when NaCl reacts with H2SO4, it produces Na2SO4 plus HCl gas. HCl gas. Okay, HCl gas. Now, when NaCl, sodium chloride, reacting with the sulfuric acid, it produces Na2SO4 and HCl gas. Na2SO4 and HCl gas. So the gas is liberated to the delivery tube. The gas is evolved, released out to the delivery tube. Now we do not know that HCl gas, right, is having acidic properties or not. So to check acidic properties, we are using the litmus paper. Recall the natural indicators where we are using the litmus paper to identify acids. What litmus paper we have to take? We have to take blue litmus paper to identify acids. So this blue litmus paper in presence of acids turns to red. Now I bring blue litmus paper closer to the delivery tube. Closer to the delivery tube where the evolution of HCl gas takes place. Evolution of the HCl gas takes place. Now what happens when I bring blue litmus paper near the evolution of the delivery tube, the other end of the delivery tube where HCl gas is liberated? What it should happen? The blue litmus paper has to change to red color. Blue litmus paper should change to red color, but that is not happening. That is not happening. So what is the first case you are doing? You are taking the blue litmus paper, bring closer to the delivery tube, mouth of the delivery tube. The color of the blue litmus paper has to change in the presence of acids, but the blue litmus paper color is not changed to red. That means the HCl gas does not have acidic properties. HCl gas does not have acidic properties. Now, first we are using is what? Dry blue litmus paper. First condition, what is that you are doing here? You are taking the blue litmus paper. Right? What is your observation here in the blue litmus paper? When you bring blue litmus paper near the mouth of the evolution of the gas, what is going to happen? The blue litmus paper does not change its color to red. So what you are going to take now? You are going to dip. You are going to dip that blue litmus paper in moisture. Dip the blue litmus paper in moisture. That means in water. Now bring that moisture, that means wet blue litmus paper. Wet blue litmus paper. Now when you bring wet blue litmus paper, how it is wet, you dip it in the water. Now when you bring the wet blue litmus paper, that part where it is moisture, it has changed to red color. Red color. When you bring a wet blue litmus paper near the mouth of the delivery tube where the gas is evolved, Then the wet blue litmus paper turned to red. Turned to red. So in case of dry blue litmus paper, in case of dry blue litmus paper, what is happening? The blue litmus paper does not change its color to red. Whereas wet blue litmus paper changes its color to red. That means the HCl acid, HCl gas, hydrochloric acid gas reacted with the moisture that is present over the wet blue litmus paper. Wet blue litmus paper. Right? Now let me write the reaction. Now HCl gas reacting with the moisture present on the blue litmus paper, reacting with the moisture present on the blue litmus paper and turning to first actually what is happening to the HCl? HCl will split into H plus Cl minus. Okay. So these H plus ions are taken by the water molecules, turn to H3O plus Cl minus. H3O plus. This H3O plus is called as hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. So formation of the hydronium ion makes the wet blue litmus paper to turn red. What is happening when you bring a wet blue litmus paper? What is happening? The HCl gas that is evolved from this boiling tube, which is coming out to the delivery tube, reacts with the moisture present over the blue litmus paper. The HCl gas reacting with the moisture present on the blue litmus paper. On reacting with the moisture, HCl gas, okay, from HCl gas, the hydrogen ion reacts with the moisture to form what? Hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. So these hydronium ions will make the blue litmus paper to turn red. In first condition, that is dry blue litmus paper, the blue litmus paper does not change to red because there is no moisture. There is no moisture. That means, so finally, what is our conclusion? What is our conclusion? We hear from the above activity, I conclude that the acids produces its ions. What are those ions? H plus ions or H3O plus ions in the presence of moisture, only in the aqueous solution. In dry conditions, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, does not have its acidic nature. Have you understood what I said? What is our conclusion? What is your observation here? In dry blue litmus paper, the color of the blue litmus paper does not change. When you bring the wet blue litmus paper, the color of the wet blue litmus has changed to red. Why it has changed? Because HCl gas reacts with the moisture to form what? Hydronium ion. Hydronium ions. So these H plus ions or hydronium ions makes the presence of acid. Makes the presence of acid. That is the reason why wet blue litmus paper changed to red. And what is our conclusion? We prove that, or here it is proved that HCl or acids produces its ions. What is that? What are those ions? H plus ions. In presence of moisture. In presence of moisture. They produce only in moisture or in aqueous solutions. In dry conditions, it does not have the acidic nature. Okay. Yes, dear students, observation. So when you bring a dry blue litmus paper, when dry blue litmus paper when dry blue litmus paper was brought closer to the mouth of the delivery tube, no change in color. Right, when the mouth of the delivery tube, no change in the color of blue litmus paper. Right? When wet blue litmus paper, was brought closer to the mouth of the tube, color blue color or blue litmus paper changed to red. Blue color changed to red. Blue color changed to red. HCl gas produces H plus ions or H3O plus ions in the presence of moisture. Or simply we can say formation of H plus or the presence of H plus or H3O plus ions makes the solution acidic. Okay, the presence of H plus or H3O plus ions, presence of H plus or H3O plus. H plus ions, acidic. H3O plus, they are called as hydronium ions, hydrogen ions or hydronium ions. Presence of H plus or H3O plus ions makes a solution acidic. Makes the solution acidic. Okay, makes the solution acidic. So this is our observation. What did we observe? We observed that dry blue litmus paper does not change its color, whereas the blue litmus paper changed its color to red. What is the reason? HCl gas reacting with the moisture form hydronium ions. Now our conclusion. What is our conclusion? From the above activity, I conclude that the acids produces ions only in the moisture or aqueous solution. Okay. So from the above activity, I conclude that acids produces ions. What are those ions? Plus or H3O plus ions only in aqueous solution. Okay, so this is our observation and conclusion. Okay, so what is our aim? It is to prove that acids produces their ions only in moisture conditions, only in aqueous solutions. Okay, so the materials required, precautions, procedure, and observation, and here is our conclusion. From the above activity, I conclude that acids produces their ions. What are those ions? Hydrogen ions or hydronium ions only in the presence of moisture. In the presence of moisture. Okay, so this is all about the activity part. Please go with this. Yes, dear students. So till now we have studied that acids produces ions in moisture conditions. Then what about bases? What about bases? What happens when bases comes in contact with the moisture? Do they produce ions? What happens when bases comes in contact with the moisture? Do bases produces ions in moisture? Bases produces ions in moisture. Example, when NaOH in moisture condition, it splits to Na plus and OH minus ions. OH minus ions. The presence of OH minus ions indicates a basic nature. KOH, potassium hydroxide, in the presence of moisture forms Ka plus and OH minus. Next example we take magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide, in presence of moisture, we get magnesium ions and minus ions. So these are the few bases which are producing their ions, which are completely soluble and produces the ions, that is OH minus ions, in the presence of moisture. In the presence of moisture. Like acids, even bases also produces their ions, that is OH minus ions. Now, these bases which are soluble in water completely are called as alkali. A very important question. What is an alkali? Define alkali with a suitable example. Define alkali with the suitable example. What is an alkali? The bases which are soluble in water and produces OH minus ions. Bases which are soluble in water and produces ions. It's called as what? It's called as alkali. It's called as alkali. When NaOH dissolved in water produces what? OH minus ions. Na plus OH minus. Potassium hydroxide, K plus OH minus. Magnesium hydroxide, Mg plus and OH minus. Do all the bases are alkalis? Do all bases are alkalis? No. There are few bases which are slightly soluble. Example, all bases are not alkali. Example, beryllium hydroxide. Beryllium hydroxide. Beryllium hydroxide. So here we write a statement. We write a statement that all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Here you have two important questions. One is define alkali with a suitable example. What is alkali? Bases which are soluble in water and produces ions. Example, NaOH in presence of moisture produces Na plus and OH minus ions. Potassium hydroxide produces in the presence of moisture produces potassium ions and OH minus ions. But the beryllium hydroxide, even this is also a base, but it is not splitting completely, or it is not soluble completely to produce what? OH minus ions. So that is the reason why we give a statement here. All alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Justify with a suitable example. Justify with a suitable example. When acids are dissolved in the water, they produces what? H plus ions or hydronium ions. Hydronium ions. Here, NaOH produces OH minus ions, but beryllium hydroxide BeOH twice is not splitting to completely OH minus ions and not complete ionization. Complete ions formation is not taking place. So that is why it is not considered as alkali. Beryllium hydroxide is not considered as alkali. It's a base, but not an alkali. Okay, what is alkali? The bases which are soluble in water are alkali. Okay, and even acetic acid. Say for example, acetic acid. Acetic acid is an example of weak acid. Acetic acid is an example of weak acid. It does not produce some more H plus or H3O plus ions to change the blue litmus paper to red. It changes, but not like HCl. It's a weak acid. The production of H plus ions will be less. That's why we call it as a weak acid. That's why we call it as a weak acid. Production of H plus ions are less. Okay, so this is all about for today's class. And in this today's class, we have studied that acids produces their ions in the presence of moisture with an activity, and even the bases produces their ions in the presence of moisture. They are called as alkali. There are some bases which do not produce ions or which are not completely soluble in water. That is the reason why we give the statement all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkali. All bases are not alkali. Okay, this is all about for today's class, which explains about acids and bases produces their ions only in the presence of moisture. Have any questions? Put it in the chat.